just as good even when closed your eyes. I apologize to anyone who can truly say that he has found a better way.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I was just sitting here listening to some of the court cases and proceedings going on, but I figured I'd take a little bit of a break, you know, while the jury is deciding, and I will go and show you all what I've been up to in the world. So I've actually still been working on the factory over here, I guess the trash factory, and it is completely finished. So in the past couple episodes I've been working on the interior, but for the most part in this one I just did the outside. But man, am I happy with it. I think it looks really cool. Of course you all saw I guess for the most part saw it when I was doing the intro there. Let's see if I can hop up here. I need to get on the actual what is going on here? Yeah, there we go. So let's hop up here. So you probably saw the outside of it while I was doing the cinematic creative copy intro, but you can kind of see here there's a lot that's been done outside of it. A lot that's going on, as with all the factories that I try to build, but I'm going to try to go into as much detail as I can. So to start off, this whole area is new out here. This whole awning was not created yet. It was just this main part of the build was what I had so far. Had this elevator and everything, but this is like the shipping and distribution area. So like all the recycled material that comes out of the furnace down here, all of the gold and different things, it gets shipped up to the area up here, and it's taken up this elevator. So once it gets up this elevator, then this, like, you load in materials and this stamps it into like boxes and crates. So the materials here are like, you know, straw to keep it from getting destroyed in the packaging. You have your actual boxes and crates, and then your material that you're shipping, like your gold and stuff like that. We've got a schedule here. Monday gold, Tuesday iron, Wednesday golden iron, Thursday secret, LOL, and then Friday, I don't know, probably gold or iron. So that's pretty much what they do here, is ship out gold and iron out of this. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a simple little track system that's coming out here, and it goes to another I guess crane that's operated through this, and it loads it into these wagons. So this is just kind of my standard wagon design that I use throughout the world. They're 3 blocks wide and however long, 5 blocks, 6 blocks wide if you include the little ropes here that you attach the horses to. But this kind of fits the theme on like the entrances. So like all of my entrances for like and roads are at least 3 wide, so you can lore wise fit the or realism wise fit the carts down through the paths. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on. We've got a full load of gold here and a full load of iron getting ready to be shipped out. Back here, nothing too much, just some more supplies and things that are going to be used. I actually did a little bit of work over here, just kind of reworking the entrance down to I guess, the wharf, whatever you would call it. There's still a decent bit to do on the wharf, the upper part. My brother did the lower part, and it looks really, really good down here, but got to do the upper part eventually, so that's why this area is still kind of blank. Might work on that soon, though. But let's see. Yeah, we can go on back in. Well, I don't think I did anything down in here. I did a decent bit up on the roof though. So we come up here, and we can go into the first layer of the roof. So right here we've got the top of the furnace, and so of course all of the gases and different things that are coming out, well, I talked about in the last episode, but it goes into like this scrubber and filter over here, the toxic gases. So when it's in use, these are actually flipped down, and so what it does is it will trap all of like the soot and like coal dust and everything from it, and you let these up and it'll start to accumulate here, and eventually it'll accumulate enough to turn into a coal block or a soot block, however I decide to make it. And then you take it through on this track, and it goes up through here all the way over here where it is stored, and then this can be used for whatever it may be, or just buried somewhere because it's nasty stuff. But I'm sure the shrewd businessman that Mr. Jubuary is, he will use this coal for something. But that's stored over here. We've just got some more random storage and materials up here. The piping that leads down there. I think this is kind of cool looking. I don't know. I just try to make, when I'm doing factories, I just kind of try to fill it with clutter and things that look like factory stuff, like mechanisms and things. So let's go on in here and we'll go up to this top area. So this is one of the other main functions of this factory. So it's producing the steam, and a lot of what the steam does is power the mechanisms, like that one over there. But some of what it does is we've got extra, and that is transmitted over to this battery. So this is basically like a big battery to store the power, where it converts it into electricity or power. And you can actually take this and transmit it into like this mechanism here. And you know, lore-wise, this is what powers a lot of the machines in this world, because it is like almost like a Wi-Fi for energy. So, you know, of course, in medieval times, which is what this is set in, that wouldn't make any sense. But this is my own sort of take on industrial medieval times, if they discovered something cool like redstone and electricity. So that's what this does. So pretty important function to have that. And then let's go over here to the top of this one. So there's several entrances and everything, but over here we've got another pipe coming, and this pipe goes down there to operate the cranes and different items down there for the storage, or for the shipping and distribution. And this is just another battery storage right here. And there's another one on the bottom backside over there, but that just stores the excess power in case like there was ever some sort of issue that they needed more. They can draw from here if they don't have the actual factory running, or if they run out of trash. So, you know, you got to think of those sort of things when you're building a factory. I worked several years in a factory, so, you know, this is nothing like one of those, but somewhat. You have to think in those terms, and this is just like a shut-off valve for that. Over here, this is an operation to get down to the crane and work on it and be able to use like the pulleys and stuff on it. But yeah, I try to make everything in the world, I guess, have a function, if that makes any sense. So like if there's a mechanism, I try to make it make sense. So like this, it's a electronic mechanism, so I have to have it, I guess, through conduits and different power sources to be able to function. And so just different things like that. I try to do that in the world. And I think that really shows itself well when I build a factory or different things like that, because, you know, it just kind of brings it all full circle, and gives me a good opportunity to make use of different things like that. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. I'm not sure what I'm really going to get into for the next one. Maybe I'll go work out in the national park, or possibly building something new here in the city of Catalogero. I'm still planning on staying over here for a little while, so yeah, we'll just see how that goes. I'll come up with something later today probably. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you do, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'd love to have you all along on this journey, and